All right, I think we're live on Twitch. We're about to be live on YouTube. We are back and action already starting here on board one with what looks like, is that a precision two club bid
It is a
by Joe here?
precision, yeah, it's a precision two clubs and a non-forcing two spade response. East-West, they're very aggressive when they're in their precision style non-vol. They open their stated range is 9 to 15, but they don't do all nines. Like those are usually unbalanced, and here East has decided to evaluate upwards for the extra club, even if the clubs are, shall we say, not good. Like, I mean, yes, seven of them, but Jack High, not so good.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
exactly.
mean, how would you like to start this auction out as the North?
I know.
Like, how do you like it? No, no, yeah.
Not much
Well, I
else you're
mean,
doing, right?
sure, but I mean,
But
are North South really getting to 3-0 from here? Like,
yeah, like
I mean,
they,
I guess South might stretch to bid three hearts. Like, um,
especially, and these guys know kind of the types of hands that Joe and Brad will be in here with non-vulnerable. So
oh
is that
yeah.
a point that Granger might just know, like, hey, maybe I should bid a little
Well,
more just in case, or
as Granger, I'd be thinking, okay, well, I have six hearts here, so that's good. If I catch partner with three, right? And if not, I've got these diamonds as a fallback. Now, the thing that would concern me is I have no
seven
aces
count.
for partner. Yeah, I have a seven count. It's a non-vol game. Um,
Oh, good point.
but this is why a big part of the reason Joe and Brad play these methods when they're non-vol, they can apply maximum pressure on
Totally.
the opponents. Now, just as an aside, Double Dummy, the only game that North South do make is 3-0. They do not make four hearts.
And Herdman at the other table, three clubs by East, pass, pass, three no trump, all pass.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
all
he will
good.
make nine tricks there, right?
Yeah,
Yep. And he's on his way.
because in four hearts, the defense can lead three rounds of spades, East roughing with the ace of hearts, and West Jack nine third is another trick.
So welcome back, folks. Owen's here. Unum is on the way, we will have another very stacked session here, and we're looking at Simpson Fleischer. Which at this
Oh,
table we see who's here.
yeah.
At the other table we have Johnny Hurd, Kevin Bathurst, North and South respectively, and Eddie Wold East, Colonel K sitting west. And you will
Oh,
now see right to the left of us on your screen, you'll see other match. That should be a live look at the Fleischer. In fact, I need to get us to a different one. Excuse me. I have the same. I have the look at the same match. We don't want to have that one for sure.
hmm.
There we go. There is the Simpson. No, that is not it. We need to get to the correct score, guys. Sorry. It doesn't help to have the same score of each match on the
Mm.
screen.
Ah,
Surprisingly not helpful.
who cares? No.
I want it all, man. I want the results.
Oh, oh man. So yesterday,
There we go.
this
There's
is
Nickel Rosenthal.
totally not related, but I'm walking into the grocery store and into the store and the guy holds the door for me. And I'm on the phone with my dad about something else, and I said, "Whatever," as I walk past the guy who's holding the door for me.
Oh man,
Immediately I dropped the phone. I'm like, "No, I'm so
not for
sorry."
you, sir. Okay, yeah, thank you for doing that, because you.
Oh, talk about bad timing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Ooh, okay. There's a
Ah.
5-5 hand for Brad. They would be playing precision here, correct? Non-vulnerable second chair.
Right. Brad and Joe play precision when they're non-vol or in fourth seat.
Yep.
So this is a big club, and it looks like they will get to have an unimpeded relay auction. And they may even find their way to the best of all the slams, which is six no trump.
Mm.
But they
But six hearts seems like it's in the offing at least, right?
all Six hearts, sure. I mean, it looks like all the slams make because everything is splitting reasonably. But if clubs are say 5-0,
Yeah, and if you play standard methods, this is interesting. Like when you have 16 and your partner has 16, and especially if you can't open a note
right?
trump right away, those are tough
Hmm.
auctions. In precision, look how easy this becomes. Like your
Right,
partner
right,
opens a precision club, you have a 15 count, you're like, okay, I'm thinking slam, and it's nice
right.
to know.
Yeah, I mean, here, um, it wouldn't be too. This particular hand would not be the hardest, and Standard West would open a heart, and East would bid Jacoby 2-0, and West
Sure,
is
sure,
already thinking
right,
slam.
yeah.
So anyway, at the first bid East made said basically 12 or more points in almost any hand without five hearts. And then West relayed, and East said he was balanced with, which they told me they include like hands with six clubs or any 5-3-3-2.
So essentially, no
Uh,
shortage in the hand.
yes. But not no, they would show 5-4-2-2 as an unbalanced hand.
Okay, okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So
All right, and welcome to those of you dropping in. We are live on Twitch, live on YouTube, live bridge all around the best bridge that's going on right now in the world, and it's in Schaumburg, Illinois, which we're here
yes,
semi-live from.
the name of that place rolls right off the tongue. Schönberg.
You can pronounce Schaumburg, maybe. If
Hmm.
you.
All right. So we're getting lots of relays. Not sure what the two spade bid says. Um,
I will show you. It is
we
four,
are in.
four, five hearts, 4 or 5 hearts.
Oh yeah,
2-9
they
is
they had this
asking.
auction against me. I should have known that. Tuna is still asking, and now he's going to make the bid that says he's really strong with 4-3-3, or maybe he just
So let's.
yeah was.
How many pages of notes does this auction take up? Is the question.
So it's really interesting. A lot people think that relay systems necessitate a lot of pages of notes, but the thing about relay systems is like a lot of them are what are called symmetric systems. So like
A lot of
you
low, middle, high type choices.
well, more like so like I used to play a lot of relay.
Mm,
And in our system, if we were 5-4-3-1, it didn't really matter what order it was in. At some point we were going that hand was going to bid three hearts. Now, it was the previous auction that would have clarified what the order of the suits was.
gotcha.
But like so, you just have to remember so like okay, one heart like so what for this pair, one club, two clubs directly is balanced 8-11. Here they went through one heart, so the two stepper is how they say that they're balanced 12 or more, but like those are two different sets of hands that are bid identically, right?
So
Just
Joe would be probably the one in charge of Slam here because he still hasn't communicated over 12. Or now will this be like,
no, one
how big
one
are
heart
you?
said he was over 12.
Right. So, but
And
he has certainly a bit more than that, a king more than that, right?
right. I I'm not like the relay I played, I like this auction would have gone differently. The first two bids would have been the same, but then in our system as West, we would have started showing our hand,
Gotcha.
also known as reverse relaying. Um,
So let's see what he does. Earlier, they had a similar auction, and it got to a point where like
right.
shape, 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 and then okay, there's my extras, and okay, there's
Wow.
your range, 12 to 15.
Yeah, well, um, and see here, this is where Brad kind of has some guesswork to do, right? He has this unbalanced hand. He's not really sure where his partner's points are,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, for all he knows, his partner has three little diamonds and king, queen, third of spades,
Yep.
or whatever. It's why, like, that's where the reverse relaying is handy. Like in general relay theory, you want the balanced hand doing the relaying because they know where their values are, basic whether that's opposite partner shortness or long suit or whatever. Like,
Mm.
And for those real math nerds out there, you and McNay,
Where are you, Ewan?
um,
Stand
yeah,
up and be recognized.
uh, a lot of relay bidding theory is underpinned by the Fibonacci sequence.
Is that true? Just the perfect.
It's absolutely
Uh,
true.
is that the divine sequence, something like that, or
No, it's like each number in the Fibonacci sequence is a sum of the previous two
okay,
numbers.
that
So
sounds
like,
familiar.
so like, say 3-0 is like what you want to define as your safety level, which is a common goal for relay methods. So three spades can be assigned one, three hearts can be assigned one,
Mm-hmm.
because after three hearts, there's not a like three spades can have a meaning, but as an ask, like it doesn't really help because one of those answers would take you above 3-0.
Gotcha.
But three diamonds could have two because three hearts can ask, and then you can have three spades and 3-0 each be one.
And there's your kind of okay. This is Keycard for Hearts. Autumn, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast. We're just actually bidding kind of the. This is the first time we're playing. No, the second hand of the set. First one, nothing major happened. And here we have Brad and Joe bidding six hearts.
Now, on the flip side, I was saying how Brad was having to guess here. Well, now the opponents would have to guess like what to lead theoretically. Like, I mean, it could be yes, maybe they are off the ace king of diamonds. East would still have be in range without the king of diamonds, right? Still
Mm,
have 12 highs,
yep.
but it wouldn't be necessarily clear to lead diamonds, right? Like South is looking at Jack 10 fifth of spades. Maybe I want to lead those and set up a spade trick in my partner's hand before my ace of diamonds is knocked
Right.
out.
So we can use his entry to cash his trick at that point.
Exactly right.
So yeah, we have some good bridge going on.
They're favorable. So they opened a strong club or
And
something?
then
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
and then they
Autumn.
had a
Sorry,
relay auction.
let me give you the top of that. There it is. One club and then a whole bunch of relays and key card for hearts, six hearts.
Okay, I'm with the program. It's a slow start because it's raining here. The dogs got let out by my friend, so I didn't have to do the walking, but they came back like wild
Yeah.
animals, covered in dirt with wet hair. So they went straight to the bath.
Are you in New York, Autumn?
Yeah.
So yeah, that rain in New York is the worst.
Yes, I agree. You could even remove the rain in part. It would be correct.
Agreed, but especially like getting anywhere in New York when it's raining is like the nightmare. And take a look at this, guys. This is going on a bunch of tables. Went three clubs, four clubs, Willankin 11, and Weinstein's playing four spades. Let's see what they do here.
I gotta say I'm a fan uh, of three club opener here at unfavorable.
Uh,
I do very, very few like six card suits
Colonel
red, but
K opened a club. Johnny Hare jumped to two diamonds, which I guess is their Michael Z thing, and it went double
mm,
two spades by Kevin. So lots of things going on in this hand. In fact, I think all the tables or most of the tables are meeting right here.
yeah, well, I would not want to be playing four hearts of South, that's for sure.
Uh,
He's probably gonna bid four diamonds, no?
Oh yeah, assuming that's neutral preference. But I mean, North would still bid four hearts. What do you think of doubling this after an unfavorable preempt by your partner as East?
mm, that's the decision they're all going to have, right?
I guess you don't really want them to chase them off to four spades, so probably you don't.
So Hampson Greco
Yeah,
had the
if you think
precision
they're
two
in the
clubs.
right, if you think they're in the wrong major, I don't think you're doubling. But if you think they're just going down, you're doubling a
You
lot.
double, right? Because they have a clear
Right.
place to run here.
I mean, I think they're going down a lot, even if they run to spades. I can just lead spades.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure,
I
they
feel
have to
like
lose
they're
hard
gonna go
chips
down
anyway.
in both majors. You just lead a trump, as Owen said.
And
Yeah,
There it
there
Greco,
you
is.
go.
yep, and Greco doubling four hearts at his table as well.
I'll tell you, it's Joe and Brad, they love to like just go for the throat.
That's why Fleischer's such a tough out. Not just because of them, but one of the many reasons.
But here you see this at least at this table. I don't know if it's happening at others, but why like preempting can be so effective. Here you are as North. You don't have much of a hand, but it's 5-5 in the majors, and you just really want to get your stuff across the
Yeah.
partner. How do you do that? Well,
So
you're
Cran ran to
really under
spades.
pressure.
So
Yeah,
here it's an interesting thing to bid directly versus pass. If you had void in clubs, I'm more inclined to bid light because you need your partner to have short clubs to make
right.
this game. So I think Joel could have gotten away with pass to see what happens. If his partner cannot balance, he starts with three club losers in the form of ace king rough or just like ace king queen. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but when the
Mhm.
opponents are red and you're white, you think they have 7 clubs, so you're not going to lose 3 clubs.
No, but it's gonna go club club uppercut, maybe on a stiff
Partners,
club on a
maybe
stiff
part,
club.
but partner has at most a doubleton, right?
Right, but
If
if they lead a stiff, aren't they? Can't they overrough the dummy
part
a lot of the time?
partner is over roughing behind them,
If
hopefully
they have high
a
trump,
double
yeah.
doubleton or less. Yeah.
The point
Um,
is, don't you need your partner to have like a working 10 count to make this game with your three low clubs? And they're
I mean,
gonna double with a working 10 count in short clubs.
what about ace fifth, king third, 4 little, and a stiff? That's a slam.
That's true.
I mean, that's not quite a slam, but um,
at the other table,
yeah.
they're playing
Oh
three
no, that
clubs
is a
west.
slam. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
They're playing three clubs west at the other table after just one club, two diamonds, double, two spades, three clubs checked down or passed out. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's a bad poker reference.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, there are hands where you can get
Oh,
away with passing with the majors when you have length in
right.
this. Maybe this is not one of them. As a side void is also quite good for
Hmm.
you.
So
But
I guess here Joe didn't actually need to lead a trump because it's like if they don't draw trumps, then he can just give his partner heart roughs or whatever. Like, but on this auction and lead, I have a feeling that Joel is going to have a very hard time divining the who is the queen of trumps. So this is just going to be bloody.
they have no tricks.
Yep.
He's going to play this to the ace, almost certainly. I must admit, I will be surprised if he finesses this.
I mean, if he's not playing the ace, he's playing low for 3-2 hearts, but that would be weird too.
Yeah. It's already weird. He knows that West opened 3 clubs at unfavorable on a 6 card suit.
Yeah, so he knows there's likely some more shape to be found in that hand, right? He's not doing this on six
Yeah.
three three two. There it is.
Oh,
He also knows that Brad has a diamond on her.
yeah, but it might just be the queen. Joe would, I think,
No, but
often
then
do.
Joe has ace king. I
Joe,
mean, he
I
might try
think
and give his partner a diamond rough, no?
North showed 5-5 in the majors. Like, how many diamond roughs is he giving his partner?
Fair
Uh,
enough.
yeah. I mean, he might do it just to take a look at Dummy. You hate to lead your stiff club and watch Dummy play ace king of clubs while he rough and declare a pitch of his
Pitch it.
stiff
Yeah,
diamond.
exactly.
I mean,
Like,
something like that.
yeah.
Ace king is likely ace king lead on this auction, especially it's in a side suit
No, I think
that
West is.
no one truly has length in.
I think this diamond honor position is the likeliest given the lead, but East doesn't always lead the ace king of diamonds here. That's all I was trying to say. So,
I mean,
yeah.
Joel is gonna get the spades wrong. There's no way he's playing Brad for an opening hand.
No,
Here
so
it
this is going
comes.
to go spade to the
Yep.
queen and
Yep.
a spade.
Exactly.
Well, spade to the queen, cash a couple clubs and a spade.
Then a spade.
Yeah.
And then
Good
it's
luck.
just going to be good
Yep.
night.
Yep. Heart.
Oh.
Tap.
Well, yeah, North is running into trouble here by running the jack of spades because now on the trump return he can't just win it in hand and lead a heart towards the 9. So he might actually end up losing 3 heart tricks from here. if you think about it, right? Like, I think he's going to lose control in this end.
What control, I asked.
Right, exactly. Very, very good.
Well done.
All right. So Trump return is, or even a Diamondback is.
Yeah, because now he just roughs, and what is he?
No, the Diamondback he can rough and lead a heart. Then they play another diamond. He roughs and leads another heart. Yeah, so actually, I don't think he's going to lose 3 hearts. I think he just loses two, and he ends up with what's effectively a high cross rough.
There's the diamond rough.
And low heart.
Yeah.
Definitely a low heart. There's no way that's not the next play.
He's just like, oh my god, how bad is it gonna be?
Well, actually, if he only loses 2 more hearts,
It's funny. I mean, at
it's
one table,
tolerable.
No,
they
I
get out
mean,
super light, and here they're getting punished.
he knows it started bad. They don't make anything. No one makes anything. He can see
Yeah,
that in trick one.
but I mean, they make a minor partial, so 300 isn't a disaster. It's just a few imps.
Fair enough.
So yeah, East correctly ducked this. Now another diamond. I I I think Declare might. I don't know if he can end up with a high cross ruff or if East Nine of Spades comes into play.
Because if
I
it
mean,
goes
the
diamond here,
burning the jack was a big, big
if it
error.
goes diamond, he does have to rough, and then what does he do?
Yeah. Well,
Was there any reason to start with
no,
the
no. How about a club now? Ooh, that is not fun for Declare. A club.
This isn't necessarily that much fun either.
No, but a club like Declare what pitches the heart and roughs and dummy. Now East gets to draw dummy's trump. If he roughs in hand, East just over roughs and basically it transposes into drawing dummy's trumps.
All right.
But it looks like yeah, East's Nine of Spades is going to become a trick. He just plays a trump here. Yeah. And they can only take this and two more. So it's going to be 500.
Opposite, just a part score at the other table, just finishing up a 3-club
Yeah,
contract in the West.
Like I said, I mean, I like this 3-club opener given the colors. Given that I have no aces and I'm short in both majors. Look, it generated a number out of nowhere. I mean, yeah, North's
also
intervent.
It kind of messed the play up a little bit because he's just not playing him necessarily
Right.
for that good of a hand here.
I mean, North's intervention was aggressive, but it didn't have to suffer this fate.
Welcome, folks. YouTube Live, Twitch Live. Say hello, say goodbye. Talk about bridge, talk about math, talk about dogs, talk about grammar, geography, apparently. We cover it all here. But we're really here for the bridge. And we have two good matches here. This is, 26 points as a spread. The Rosenthal-Nickel match down to 15 at this point. So you can see all that right on your screen here. Lower left is
12 imps for Fleischer.
There it is.
All right, so we open a heart, and West bid 1-no, which is a game forcing relay, which is equivalent to a strong no trump, given what they open with, or a strong club, I mean, given what they open with.
So it's a reverse strong club. And look at what they do open with. There's a good example. There's a 9 count that you would never consider opening unless you were opening 2 if you were like a normal bridge player. But here it's a 1 heart bid for Joe.
3-no is actually the best game for East-West. If the spade ace were off, this game would be an underdog.
Their 1 spade is their forcing no trump response, right, over this 1 heart 1 spade.
Yeah, but it's a little funky because they also have a 2-club response, which says they basically have a constructive hand with 5 or 6 spades, I think.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Czechoslovakian is wondering
Or
if the dogs are okay.
maybe not invitational. I think it's just constructive with 5 or 6 spades.
Jack of hearts on the table.
Yeah.
Is this a spade and a couple diamonds?
Yeah, but if the ace of spades were on the other side
It is.
with North, then 3-0 which only needs to not have 4 diamonds and a spade loser. Assuming hearts come in, which is a 95% proposition. Whereas 4 hearts needs either the ace of spades on or the double finesse and clubs. Except one thing to keep in mind is on a diamond lead, you don't get to guess. They're just going to duck the first spade if they can, and then you're just going to go down.
So there's some statistics for you math folks out there. So I don't want to see any like complaining in the chat anymore. What's the weather like in New York on them?
Wet.
Is it cold though, or is it like a nice spring showers?
It's a bad spring. It's a bad spring.
All right.
And sorry, I need to turn this camera light off. I'm blinding myself.
If it keeps raining, it'll be a rusty spring.
I mean, we started with the rust.
Fun fact, it rains more in an average year in New York City than it does in Seattle.
And in the Netherlands.
Ah.
You guys are just a barrel of laughs. I'm bringing
I've
you.
never seen such a
right.
mundane sentence elicit such laughter. You guys should not be laughing at your own jokes. Come
on. Do you know how many hours we've done ViewGraph today on them? Give us a break. Give us a break.
Hour 7.
Hour 7. This is why we're not talking about bridge. I see.
All right, so 1-0 is 12 to 16.
Can you imagine if we're tired about
hand.
talking about bridge, how they feel playing bridge? This is day 1 million.
Yeah, exactly. So, of the same day too. Just get up, play bridge, go to sleep.
So I'm not sure of the east-west escape mechanisms here. What's 2 clubs?
I will tell you. It looks like just Stamen. My system's on, I guess.
Its system's on.
All right. Well, this is South is going
certainly an interesting 1-0 opener if you're looking at it, but their range is 10 to 13 here.
No, 12 to 16.
12 to 16. So, wow, what a range that is. That's weird.
Right.
I forgot that.
But as I was mentioning in an earlier set, so I played against Joe and Brad in the previous round, and Joe explained to me it's not all 12 to 16s. Third seat white, they play frequent 4-card major openings. So when they would open that if they're 12, 13 balanced. Like right. If they're 12, 13 balanced, they'd probably open the major because that's safer than opening the no trump. So when they open 1-0 with 12 or 13, they don't have a major kind of thing.
All right.
So South has been 2 diamonds, and now North. North is definitely not passing. Probably been 2-0 or raised diamonds or just been 3-0. I mean, honor, third of diamonds is very nice. Oh.
Okay.
Well, South is... Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's possible they played that this style of bidding 2 diamonds does not show a good hand. Pre-competing, as you would.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know particularly against these kind of weak no trumps, as South, I advance transfer Lebensoul. So to me, the 2 level is a competitive, non-forcing, non-invitational hand.
So you would bid 3 clubs?
I would bid 3 clubs with the South hand.
Interesting. So you would just play 1 no double and you have some transfer Lebensoul right there, basically.
Yeah, I mean...
after they escape.
After
of course.
Escape.
Right. So you would let them escape and then...
I'm not letting them do anything.
No. I mean, would you pass originally and wait for the escape, or you just?
Yeah, if it goes 1 no double pass, I tend to pass unless I have a reason to think 1 no trump double is not the spot.
Yeah,
So when you double and they run, You basically play like you opened a no trump and they
Mm,
overcalled.
Yeah, magic. Just
yeah,
kind of
and
treating
we
it like
we
that makes a lot of
Leventhal
sense.
around
Yeah,
whatever they
Yeah.
sure.
showed.
Well, East has
So
shown
here
nothing.
here two clubs is Stayman, so that's a little interesting because it's obviously Stayman in a non-forcing fashion. You can't just pass and see what they're doing. They might just
Mhm.
pass out two clubs and we're
Well,
not enforced.
West certainly was
For
passing two clubs
sure.
in this hand.
So here I would just think that there's no suit to 11s all around, and like three clubs is diamonds, three diamonds is hearts, and I would double with some values like two suited-ish majors.
Yeah, maybe you should have a few clubs just in case.
Yeah, just in case, catch it all.
Yeah.
All right. The other table is caught up, and they were starting this auction. They chopped 420 on the last board, four hearts making.
I have a feeling Joel believes that if his partner had this hand, he would have jumped to three diamonds over two clubs. That's why he passed two diamonds.
I mean, yeah, he thinks game's out.
Right, but now his partner's bid
What
three
is their two
diamonds.
diamond opening bid, by the way?
I believe it's a week two.
So he's thinking his partner has five diamonds and like not a great hand, but not a terrible hand either. Mid-tier,
Or
mid-tier suit.
or he could just have a crappy suit and just values
I
elsewhere,
mean,
possibly.
again, if he was in like the 8 to 10 range, 8 to 11 range, he would not be bidding two diamonds no matter how many diamonds he had. So,
Right. I think it's south. Like my personal style is the two diamond bid is something like 5 to 7. Like if I
I
had
mean, that
more,
extra diamond is so big.
it is. The two is so big. Sorry.
I mean, I wasn't talking about the two. The extra diamond could be
I
king.
know.
I think it's the eight,
Right,
by the
right.
way.
I
I think
mean,
it's the eight of diamonds is the extra diamond.
It's
To be
the beer card, clearly.
fair.
no, but the question to ask yourself as South when your partner penalty doubles one no, assuming that that's roughly a strong no trump or better, is if your partner had opened a strong no trump and you had the South hand, how would you bid? Would you try to sign off in two diamonds? Probably not. You would
Many
probably
people
try
would
for
try and.
game, or you just bid 3 no.
I mean,
Like
a
I
lot of people might not do that
right, but
because the
Right.
diamond suit's not so great.
Granger plays three diamonds.
But
yeah.
in context, I think what Owen is saying is totally correct. You just have to factor in that your partner knows you couldn't preempt two diamonds and you couldn't open the bidding. So you're allowed to stretch with like good minimums.
Right, because the negative inference of and the fact that you know your partner's thinking about bridge is a really good thing.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
basically, you want to be in game if your partner has ace third of diamonds and a strong no trump, which is what Owen's saying. He's going to know how to play the hand. He knows who has at least 12 of the high card points. He knows so much. This is less of a guessing game and more of just like, let's get to the right contract.
Let's do you guys want to play Let's Be Joel next hand?
Let's give someone else a bad hand.
No. Let's be Joel because I have a
Okay.
little peek at 51. So
Oh, good.
so now we're in a good spot here. So let's be Joel on the next hand.
You should um
Claim that as
I
a
mean, I don't
trademark.
know.
I agree.
I
Let's
don't
be
know
Joel
if
is
we
a very good
want.
one.
I don't know if we want
I have a
be
good
Joel.
Let's Be Joel story. So for those who don't know, Joel can be very slow. So he used to play with John Hurd in major events.
Wait, let me get there.
First national event is starting. Joel is nowhere to be found. So they grabbed this kibitzer, Rob Brady, who's been commenting.
He's
So
actually been commentating on his
yeah.
Twitch channel as well.
So he comes in and he's
There we
like
go.
he sits down to fill in as Joel and he goes in the tank on the first hand and while he's thinking, John looks across and like just tells him, "You're doing great." This is
Exactly.
yeah.
It's exactly what Joel will be doing.
All
So
right,
2-0. Ooh,
so,
there we go. 2-0 Trump by David Granger.
Yeah.
Pass.
So I would based on their methods, it looks like I would
19 to
bid three spades, which is either both minors or clubs, I believe.
I'm not sure. Maybe Joel is just going to bid 3-0. What's
I
the
don't know.
range on 2-0?
19 to 20 is
Uh,
their range stated. So
Actually,
It's
what's
two.
funny is on their convention card, there is no range for 2-0.
yeah, is
I mean, I personally think when you're like, yeah, you have a 6 card suit, but he's balanced. These jack and ones are. I mean, I would want to avoid.
you're not vulnerable.
a lot of the times. And yeah, not vulnerable against vulnerable. Like I wouldn't be surprised if partner didn't have the full 20. Like,
Yeah, but that's the upshot of this three spade bid is partner is allowed to bid 3-0, and then we could make a decision.
but the
You can
downside
still play
is they get to
4-0.
double three spades or not double three spades, and that might help a lead. Anytime your partner is like just gonna bid 3 now, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if it if I have a 10 count and my partner open 2-0, I tend not to worry too much about the lead. Right or wrong?
Well, let's figure out Joel. As you say this, leading into this table, Owen, Joel is being his deliberate self right here. This is
No, no, no. He's being thoughtful.
okay. Thoughtful, deliberate.
I told you guys not to bring this word into your shenanigans.
Is there a shortage of time, possibly?
I mean that I
He's
think
definitely
the
thinking about
south
it.
hand is worth a mild slam try in clubs.
So it becomes more interesting if you bid something different, but we can still sweat the play even if Granger plays it because we'll just be looking at it from the south hand's or this hand's perspective.
All right,
Here we go.
so we
Okay.
have three spades, which
Some
is
minor
averted
suit
and
stuff.
explained. So if I'm not, oh, it's just a straight relay to 3-0. That's interesting
That's
because
even worse. You don't get the intel.
yeah,
You don't get the inference of like I'm willing to
partner doesn't
cooperate with
wanna
a
play
minor
him.
suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I didn't mean to say
This
that.
is my
exactly.
least favorite thing over 2-0. Three spades straight relay.
yeah.
Thank you for wasting a level of bidding.
I either like three spades to always be both minors, or if not that, then both minors or one specific minor. Now, that is how North South play it. But like the advantage to one of the approaches I suggested is you can just play openers, rebids, or like minor suit stamen. You actually responder actually learns something about opener's hand.
Yeah, which is important in
Right.
hands like this where we know a very tight range. We just kind of need to know where our best spot is.
Exactly. Yes.
Rosenthal nickel still a 20-point match. Here, everything's close as we said, but we are getting to the half here, so almost halfway through. I feel like we've been through about 6 times, but it's because I'm a zombie now. I've been sitting in hotel rooms, staring at a screen, and occasionally getting out for.
To pull the things.
I call it yard
The
time
players.
because
Oh yeah.
time in the yard. All right, four clubs is
Optional key card in clubs.
club slam try.
Yeah.
And how would he convert? Four diamonds would be I don't wish to answer, and then four hearts would just be the start of the answers. Or?
That no. So
Some people
right.
play-
Yeah. That's how most people play now, but not everyone does.
I mean, some people play you have to bid 4 to say leave me alone. I think that's also a waste of space.
Well, it denies the responder the chance to re-ask.
Yes.
Right, like, I want to know. No, I don't think you do. No, 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 no. I really want to know. You want both of those options.
Right, and that's how Bathurst and Hurd had made 3 consecutive keycard bids against me the other day.
And which one was the cream of the crop?
Well,
They got
I
one
mean,
wrong apparently.
the middle one, rather than being a negative response to the optional ask, but he thought he was also asking. So optional ask.
I'm just gonna play three diamonds as key card always, just because I think that's great.
All right, so North is showing positive, and I believe with 3 key cards.
0 or 3, and we know it's 3 because it's 19 or 20 points over there. So 3 key cards is, well, we have enough to kind of deal with some slam, right?
Well, as long as we're not playing chicken key card.
Key card, now we're in slam.
And he had a chance to say no, thank you, and he said yes, please.
Right.
Okay.
So usually most pairs, like a common factor for deciding whether to be positive or negative is whether you have a club fit or not.
Yeah. And Al in the chat on Twitch, yes, I agree. It could just be like him putting in, you guys kind of know what this is, but, relay to 3-0 Trump, and what you have as their system own is probably right.
I mean, they play 2-0 4 clubs. They have that on their card as a diamond slam try.
Yeah, good.
So that's how I know 3 spades is either 1 minor or All right, so now 5-0 is just a good old pick a slam. South isn't too keen to declare this one. He's weak in both majors.
But we may
Now
get
he worries about
we
weakness.
we may get Joel declaring it possibly as well, which would mean we sat in the very correct seat here. We know we're
Well,
going to see a chance to play it.
our
Again, folks, we're just
our
watching one
enjoy
hand right now.
I
our
mean, it's
life.
definitely not right for Joel to be declaring. I don't know what the holding is with South,
Well,
but
the only
Gotcha.
way it's right for Joel to declare is if his
Is-
partner has nothing in diamonds. But the fact that our partner is thinking suggests he does not have a suit that he's worried about being led through. Like being led up to, I mean.
I mean, I'm not even
Okay.
convinced that David bid his hand in tempo to suggest he really likes his hand. I would say he has an average plus type hand.
Well, here we are.
We're going to
So
see it right
now,
now. 6 clubs. Joe's on lead, and there we go.
all right. So,
It's on the
well,
club suit.
we have purchased very well. We just
Yep.
need to avoid 2 club losers.
That's it. Everything else is amazing. Moment of truth. Or maybe next.
Oh, not this moment.
Right.
Next
Maybe
moment.
next. All right, there's one piece of truth. Ace of clubs.
All right, we're gonna cross in hearts and play a low clubby. Or we're just gonna play the queen.
I kind of like not knowing what's happening here. It makes it more interesting because he could just be going down here, or it could just be an easy make, and we'll find out at the same time he does.
Well, I mean, there's no way he's taking a finesse. Like, is there?
I don't think
He has
so.
no reason to.
He has no information at all. What does the math say?
I mean, we know Joe didn't lead the lowest diamond, but then continued.
Well, I
So he's
mean, for
thinking
Joe
about the
to make
shape, possibly.
like if Joe didn't like continue the same suit he led, it would be very suspicious. Like he's not trying to give his partner a rough,
Oh, and he does
right?
know Joe didn't duck the club ace. That's a little piece of information, also. Although,
So it's stiff ace or it's ace jack doubleton. Like that, it's not really an inference.
yeah, and if his ace
Or
jack
it's
there, he
ace
would
and
have
one,
gone
you
down
don't
there.
know. Like, they're never ducking the ace.
Oh, right, because the queen, their partner might have the queen. Yeah, you might have misguessed the trump suit.
He's crossed into a heart to lead the club, at least. We don't know what he will do.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it, Joel. I said we're seeing it at the same time he is. We're seeing it 30 minutes after he did, but same difference.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth. He might.
Is
He
he
might
sitting
be.
with
He won't do it. There's no way.
But he might because he's. They're behind. He has a
There's no way he's
bad
getting a
board.
table read from Joe either.
No, for sure not.
I mean, I also have a hard time believing if the diamonds were like 6-2-2-3 that Joe would just show
In
him
a
that.
right in a vacuum, I would just play the queen of clubs. Like I don't think I would have even bothered crossing. I would have just laid down the queen because.
Yeah, I mean, the only weird thing that's happening here is Joe led like third, so either has 4 diamonds or he has 6.
But he's not leading honestly. Like he would just
Yeah, he's just
lead.
not. There's no way
Like,
he would tell Joel that he had 6
especially,
diamonds.
yeah.
Either he's giving his partner a rough or he isn't.
He's definitely making us sweat it out. I could tell you what's happening.
I hope everyone put on their deodorant.
No, everyone needs to grab a
Wait,
drink.
I would
Isn't
like
that the
to.
drinking
Well, no,
game?
I would like to know: is sweating it out the same as sweating this hand? I don't think it is. I think it's a different use of the word, and I would say
Oh
you do not
no,
have to drink.
sweating it out is different.
Sweating this hand, totally different.
I thought the game was anytime you said sweat.
And I said
Yeah,
sweating.
that's what we're trying to do.
And I said sweating. Yeah.
Oh, I can't leave.
Seriously,
You can
sweating?
leave
You're
if you
gonna go
need.
there?
Do you need to leave for a second, Owen?
No. Like I'll wait till he makes his decision. Just
Just to
the
see
dog
it.
wants
Yeah.
to. I think the dog wants to come back inside.
I love that you two both have dogs. I'm so jealous.
I have a Chow Chow.
My
Two
dog is
actually. Two.
my dogs are currently in cage land.
Is that the same as Fantasyland?
Well,
No.
we were talking about open face Chinese poker, Fantasyland reference. I have some updates for you. Nickel Rosenthal, 129, 123.
I swear to
Wow.
God, Joel is gonna take forever just to not finesse.
Well, I can't ruin any surprise for you, so I'm not going to tell you what happened at the Hampson table, but I will tell you what happened at the Hampson table later. Did I ruin the surprise already?
Uh, what? Someone
Somebody in the
called it.
chat says, and unfortunately, the jack is offside. That one. He thought about it.
I mean, that's what I said. He's gonna think, not take a finesse.
Yeah, but I mean, and there's the low diamond from Queen Jack fourth. Actually, that's fun.
Did someone get this right? It
No, but it kind of went. It went low diamond to the king, and well, I'll show it to you actually. In fact,
looks like Bobby Levin made this hand.
well, I think
Weinstein made this hand. They let a heart. Then it went club, heart back to the queen. Oh dear.
so. In the other match there, it went club to the king, ace, heart, and then he took the finesse. That's it, and that was Vince playing that hand.
Yeah, but like you said, something happened,
East
right? Like,
doubled four diamonds on this hand after 2 no, 3 spades, 3 no, four diamonds. East made a double of that,
yeah.
and that
And then subsequently showed five hearts with the lead.
yeah.
So now he didn't play him to be 5-4-2-2. There you
So
go.
that's a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
swing.
yeah. That's sensible.
Well done. That
Uh,
is good French Canadian / American bridge right there. And let me get out of the Joel seat. How about that? Let's see the full pull here.
all right. Yeah, I
There we
don't.
go.
I don't know.
Every time I see this like end kibitzing, I feel like we're leaving someone who did something bad. But that's not what happened, you guys.
Well, every time we started to kibitz Vince the last set, he got dealt a pile of hammers. So, and
I
we
mean,
weren't.
that was a very good hand to watch, a single dummy
Yeah,
taking the finesse or not.
that
But I
was
mean,
pretty
he
cool.
just didn't have enough information. He knew Joe, he just knew Joe had four diamonds. There's no way he had six.
Well, he could have had a Doubleton.
True enough, but then he's not taking a finesse.
Was that a dog joke? And the suspense is just too mush. It's pretty good. Yeah, Vince made it because he took the finesse and he had a little bit more information. That's why he was able to make that.
A classic auction to four spades.
That's true. One heart, 1 spade, 2 spades, 3 spades, four. It's funny. 3 spades is just probably something specific for them because don't they kind of have an asking bid also that they could make there?
Um,
Heart of spade, 2 spades.
Probably three spades is just like their lightest game try. Like I've got five trumps. Like
Right, they're not worried about trump length. They're just like,
And probably like no useful shortness to show, so likely in hearts.
and Joe could
yeah.
be maybe not vulnerable, but he's oh sorry, yeah, vulnerable. He's probably more sound even in third chair, right, than he would be in any chair playing precision white.
I mean, Joe preempts like a grandpa. He's a dinosaur. He's got it all under the sun when he's vulnerable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Don't
other
make any
match is
spec passes
closer.
against this man, you guys. You heard it here first.
The other match is closer, and we may hop over there at some point. But again, folks, this is just day one. The matches are all close still, even this match. I have to say,
like
though, like I said earlier, there's not. The Fleischer team still seems pretty confident in their play. I mean, they aren't pulling too many wrong cards.
nope. Oh.
What did they lead?
I can tell you.
They led a third best diamond.
How do we feel about leading a trump on these kind of auctions?
When I'm looking at two little hearts, I like it. Like partners supposedly has the hearts behind.
I mean, it feels like a hand they need to rough things.
Well, I mean, I doubt Brad is going to get the clubs wrong after the non-ace of clubs lead. That he'll just lead one and maybe rough it. And I mean, he might just pass a high one and pitch a diamond also.
Yeah, I
But
think he's just gonna play a club
That
and then
makes
pitch a
sense.
diamond on
Just
a
a little
club.
loser
He's
on
not gonna try
loser.
and guess anything.
no, he's just going to probably play ace of trumps, trump over. Oh, they're 2-2. Great. Clubs pitch a diamond. Let's go. Next hand.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh,
Speed of play is pretty good this set. Actually, we're not at the slowest table, but we're in the middle somewhere.
Okay, so right now the Rosenthal match is within 7.
Yep. You want to take a peek at that?
Um, well, we don't have to watch this table while they make this cold game.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we go to the slower table of that match, which is honestly it's the May Kranyak and Greco Hampson, so we can't really go wrong there.
no.
Sounds like a good play to me.
So give me 1 second. Hold on to your screens for a moment. I will be right with it. So let's go. I believe this is our table right here. How's that look, guys?
We can see. I only
You
see
can
two.
only see nothing because for some reason the share screen stopped. So let me get you back on that. Welcome back to the show.
All right.
You guys
So
see it okay?
yeah. So we have a precision diamond, one hard overcall, and then north transferred to clubs. And east showed a bunch of diamonds, and south
So do we
has
have any thoughts on not playing transfers after an opening of a minor, a one major overcall, and negative double?
Of
I
not wanting to play them, you mean?
Yeah.
I
I
just
mean,
play
there's a
them.
huge European contingent that does not, and they don't think it's correct. And also, our good friend Justin didn't think it was right either to play these transfers over a
In this
negative double.
sequence, right? And when
Yeah.
it's specifically a negative double.
Our good
Mm-hmm.
friend Justin, for those being Justin Law, of
Yeah, and
course.
I would kind of trust anything he said about bridge, so it's hard to discount.
Yes.
I mean, so the pluses and minuses of transfers over one major double is you get to play all of the suits. So here, theoretically, I mean, you don't really need to play two of the suits, and you can bid the other major naturally just as easily. You lose a forcing natural bid in the other major, but what are the odds that you need to have that when everyone is bidding?
Yeah.
I mean, I
So
also
you gain having constructive, mixed, and limit all under two of the majors.
constructive mixed in limit
Mm. Like a
all
real
under.
constructive or like the just kind of kidding, and then the really bad raise
Sure.
and a limit raise all under two. So I'm not sure which is more important.
So just so you're watching, folks, if you're paying attention, we've switched over to that closer match, and you can still see the score of the Simpson Fleischer match on the left side of the screen. But we're going to focus on the match that's closest at this point, and we see that right now West is playing three diamonds, which was played one level lower at the other room, and ooh, they went down in one. So Rosenthal takes the lead. Is that right? Have they posted it yet, or are they just they already posted it? So
They're down 3, I
just
think.
three now. Yep.
You
Couldn't
can't
tell if
call
the
these
four
lead
got
switches
popped in.
early, Rob. That's like blasphemy.
This is the
There.
match that, for those who recall, that towards the middle end of the last segment, Nickel was ahead by 50.
Yeah. Yeah. So anything can change.
Yeah, so when Rob was saying, like, hey, just because Fleischer's ahead by 50 on the other side,
Yeah.
it's still a close match. I mean, this match is basically leveled up in a dozen boards.
Yeah. And if you're watching on the live feed, you can see we have another graphic for you, which is important. You guys can see the score at the other match. That will be a live score as we go. And honestly, I kind of like watching all these players. we get to see each other's styles a lot. We're gonna see them over 2 days. This is terrific. So double by Vince's hand. His hand is way too good for anything else, right? Other
Would
than
you guys always pass? Would you always pass the double of one spade, or would you try two
try
diamonds?
2 diamonds. I don't know.
At
They're
these colors,
vulnerable,
I
I
think
mean,
I
for
would.
sure, if we were not vulnerable, I think
right?
we're gonna bid, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if the balancing 2-0 is interesting, but with two small diamonds, can you do that? Do you want to do
No
that with
one bid
this hand?
diamonds. Who cares about diamonds? Nobody bid them.
But what's 2-0 then? Why wouldn't North want to bid 2-0 here?
I mean, like one
Maybe they
spade
don't
pass
have
pass
it.
two now.
Yeah,
I mean, let's see what they have. They have 10, 15.
21.
They're
21. Too
probably just too
strong. They're
good.
too strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's more like an
Right, but
18,
what
19-ish.
what like they're balancing no trump.
I mean,
I don't
I would
know.
think the balancing tuna was like 19, 20.
I'm
He's
A
probably
talking about
treating
good
it.
this.
18-20 sounds good.
It says over they're balancing one no. It's 10 to 16 over a major.
So they
So
play that wide ranging statement
I would
stuff.
think this double followed by two no. I don't know. It's like 17, 18. So obviously that's not what he has, but I wonder what they do with that in between range.
Yeah.
Yeah, unusual to know. Only in the direct seat. That is expert standard.
Yes. And if you remember it, folks, when you're in the balancing seat and you're thinking about preempting,
I mean, it's quite
pass is good.
possible that they just don't bid with 17, 18 opposite. Like maybe they expect South to bid more with 10. Like that's what they probably
I
do.
mean,
Maybe this Tuno shows
South
what
had a
they're giving
really
out.
South had a really good 8 here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
I
kidding.
mean, so I mean, maybe they're just supposed to bid more with 10.
But back to your
And
question about the sorry, go on. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say back to the East hand, what to do over the reopening double. I think red, I would never bid. Also, I really have kind of a 3 suited hand, so like maybe we belong in hearts. Like partners say 5-5 in hearts and clubs, but if I bid 2 diamonds, we have no chance of getting the hearts.
I
Non-vulnerable though,
mean,
you both would bid, right?
the
Oh
other,
yeah,
It
I'm
feels like it. Okay.
I'm actually thinking it might be right to pass no matter the colors. Uh,
Just to
you
kind of
don't,
as a
you don't
suppression
think
type
you're
thing.
gonna, well, you don't think you're gonna buy the contract. Uh, your suits are bad, and maybe they can penalize you, like you go minus 300 or 500 when they were gonna play a part score.
Right. So you're
Like
not
when the
gaining
hand is
much by bidding.
misfitting.
So why put your neck out there in this case? That makes
Right.
sense.
And if it goes like double, one spade, pass, now your partner can redouble or run and you have convenient bids.
right.
Um, I think if you bid early when it's not your hand, you can
This will
accidentally get
net the
penalized
rest
when
of the
you weren't
tricks,
going
but
to
he's
either.
only expecting to take 9. He can't. Doesn't know for sure the king's falling, but there it is. Just taking 9, but getting 11. The other table right now.
I think he knew that the king was falling. He had 29 highs between him and dummy. I
Yeah,
mean, he
makes
knew it
sense.
was
Makes
he knew it
sense.
was with the opening bidder.
Yeah, yeah. But did
Yeah.
he know it was falling? He knew he had
Mm,
it for sure.
he knew it was close.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. We could play before we end the night. We could play. We could inflict "Let's Be Vince" again on Vince next hand
Sure.
to guarantee a bad hand for Vince. But that's
Look, good karma in the universe, you guys.
what on him when you're playing. What day is like you the day you feel like you're playing your best bridge? Is it like days 3 to 6? Same with you, Owen. Like it's not, or is it like right out of the shot you feel like you're freshest at the very beginning?
Yeah.
I mean, definitely I play worse at the end of the week. The
I think.
best days are random.
Okay.
I mean, for me, like I try to be prepared when I arrive at a tournament, but often, like that first part of the first day, especially,
Yeah.
And also like the last day, as Anam says, like everyone's just
Everyone's
tired. But
wrecked. Yeah.
I will say the early part, I find I have done a lot to avoid the early mishaps by like really slowing myself down at least for the first two, maybe three boards, and just
Interesting.
getting into the rhythm. Yeah.
I mean
I
that
mean,
that's
it's not
tricks
like
for everybody.
neither of us come off of a long period of no bridge, so it's not
Very
like
true.
we're stretching our
Yeah.
legs the first day. It's
Right,
mostly
right.
like we're trying to not pretend like we play too much bridge and make silly errors and things like that.
But
Mm.
there's that tiny little step up from just like club games to like, okay, this is a national event or this is now the trials. So it's like you get those juices a little bit, right? Or
Gotta
maybe
remember
you
you're
just
not
played
there
so
just to
much.
throw cards.
Yeah.
I mean, club games for me are a different animal because I usually end up in like ridiculous contracts,
I had some fun hands in club games.
which to me is amazing.
Yeah.
Like the more ridiculous contract you get put in on frequency, the better it is for your declare play.
I know.
If you're always in a contract where you can just claim,
You're not getting better.
it's not great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great, but
So let there be a
different
lesson to you.
problems.
Everybody start playing precision so you get to those really good contracts that are really tough to make and you're in it.
I mean, I was in a 4-2 fit a couple of weeks ago.
I was saying the story.
Voluntarily,
I hate to call
voluntarily,
out
mind you.
Vince and Kevin, but they were playing together and they're not a normal partnership. And I think they told me they were playing in a 1-0 at the 6 level.
Who passed a cubit?
One of them did. I can't remember which one it was, but they just kind of obviously they didn't play a ton
See,
of
you
bridge
guys,
together.
everyone does it. Everyone has passed a
Yep.
cubit in their life.
It's my
No
favorite story. My
shame.
students love that story because, it's like, okay, yeah, two of the best players in the world just can duff it into the woods just like the rest of us, you know? Oh, low
Okay,
club
so
to the 10
this is
here.
the percentage play in the suit, but it is not
Not
going
going to
to
work
go
well.
well.
They get to score stiff jack and then lose another club.
There, as you can see, there's a huge entry problem.
Yep.
Um, there was a lot going for ducking the diamond, to be honest. Just because you really don't want to be
What's
in the dummy.
Yeah, well, what's he gonna fire here? Is he just gonna
He
play
could anything but a diamond, and this
right
is gonna go
just fine?
south.
And
They
he
have
knows
one
a
trick.
diamond's just
Yeah,
terrible.
this is just down one now, I think.
Two diamonds, two clubs.
Oh well, no, the King of Hearts is on side, so we have chances.
Yeah, yeah. L, if you've never declared in a splinter, you're not splintering enough. Well, honestly, that's
Well,
the best.
that's not even shooting high. What about playing an exclusion?
Yeah.
Playing the void.
Yeah, just so you know, folks, exclusion is when you bid key cards and you say, tell me key cards without any cards in this suit because I have none of
And then
them.
suddenly you're playing the
And
suit.
then suddenly you're in your zero, however many your partner is about to table. I have only had the opportunity to use exclusion like twice, and my partner forgot the first time. But at least he didn't pass. How many times have you used Gerber in your life on them?
None that I can remember. And definitely none successfully.
I saw one good use of it in a
I
hand I
can tell
didn't play,
you
but that was
I
the
can
only
tell you
time.
how many times someone has bid it with me. I was just not the person doing the bidding.
Executing the Gerber bid. Was it
Yeah.
once or twice?
I think 4 times so far.
Oh, that's good luck. Somebody said when my partner and I added exclusion, we used it twice in the very next club game. That's a very good time to add exclusion. Did you use it twice correctly, or did you just whip it out and taking a little bit of time here, as you can tell? Like he's trying to figure out, and there's a good play for them. Heart gonna force out the ace here. He's going to get the bad news and just be like, oh man, I can't believe I played a club to the 10. Stiff jack scoring, but whatever. He chose the line of play. In New Zealand, well into the 90s, many players thought four clubs was always Gerber. Honestly, there's a lot of players that kind of played in college and are coming back to the game now on them, and Gerber is like part of their lives. They're familiar with that convention. It's like clutching at
Listen, I'm not
the
saying we should erase
methods.
history. I'm saying we should learn from it.
Yes, we should have slightly better stuff. All right, few
I
boards
mean,
left. 2 points.
people who learned before, they learned in an era without negative doubles and takeout doubles or bidding boxes.
Yeah.
We've learned, have we not?
Well, we talked about the 5 level, 5 of major, those sorts of bids, that you read about. Uh, Lots of judgment back in the day. You still need a heck of a lot more here. 3 clubs looks pretty normal these days, right? That's a terrific suit. They have the precision 2 clubs also, but that's a better, more constructive hand, right? This is just the preemptive version of
Yeah, their
overall club
precision
suit.
2 clubs is like 10 to
Oh,
14.
got it.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think anyone opens with 15. They just struggle and open a strong club.
So Vince has a nice hand, 3 hearts, and Cran kicks it into 4 hearts after a 3 level overcall. And that is going to be, well, let's see, club, heart, possibly some spades.
It looks like 2 spade losers.
Yeah. So this is not going to make, but it doesn't look like the worst game to be in either. It's on a hook.
Well, we have 2 spade losers, but the spade suit is frozen and East only has 2 clubs. So we might not have 2 spade losers. But Vince has to figure out that the doubleton diamond has a doubleton heart.
And then he
So he
might be
can
able
rough
to,
one.
yeah, he can shake a spade. And welcome back, Owen.
Thank you.
But now, if he figures out that there's a doubleton diamond in the doubleton heart hand, the 10 of hearts comes into play. So I think it's just going to go down one anyway. Because he has to get back to his hand in some fashion, and the 10 of diamonds didn't come down. He has to come back in spades or clubs. If they knock out his spade entry early, then he can't really make it. But if they don't knock out a spade entry, he can cross in spades instead of clubs
right,
and
but
play the diamond and go about his business.
it looks like Hampson has given some mild suit preference for spades, so that's consistent with the queen.
Right, because he's a
Like,
preemptor, right? He's not going to have
right, when
much.
partner leads your long suit and partner didn't raise, it's especially when dummy is 4 here, like either declare
Okay,
or
he's playing a diamond.
right, he's trying to be passive for now.
So, especially because if partner has a queen of spades, he's not in necessarily any rush to kind of get it out of the way here, right?
Right.
Because of hard finesse.
So now he needs to play. He doesn't need to play anything, I don't think.
I think he's good with anything.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
should still be fine.
Right, because the player still has to extract the second trump from West.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just not
Can't do
getting rid of his second club was weird, but
Well, no, that. Oh no, now he has the communication, right?
yeah, he has
Like diamond over,
communication.
club rough, diamond.
And now it's weird because if he
Oh no,
plays ace of
he
spade,
can't.
spade, he can now exit a trump, so it's the same.
So yeah, he's hoping for honor 10 and doubleton of spades on side.
Yeah.
They are also in four
All
hearts
this
at the other
worked
table.
for down one.
Yeah. They had the same auction basically. 3 clubs, 3 hearts, 4 hearts. Bob 11 playing 4 hearts. same position essentially that we've gotten to on this hand for the most part. It looks like he's going to lose the same tricks for a push.
East careful to exit his last club at that point to make sure there was no discarding mishap by West. Yeah.
And before we finish here, if I'm too like punch drunk at the end, thank you both for Onum for you double duty, and Owen for you like the heroic superfecta basically.
Yeah,
The
well,
Yeah.
marathon day.
no, but for me, this has just been fun. Like, it's fun to get to watch the best and, discuss it with my friends while doing it.
I love it.
All right, so we have a 14 to 16 no trump.
And a quick pass by partner over there, which you can definitely understand because 14 to 16 is not.
Yeah.
I mean, many people would be tempted into bidding with both majors, but I think
With,
when you have the full eight, you're not worried about one no trump, and it's not
especially with
clear
the
you're
stiff honor.
yeah,
You
you're not.
understood.
It's definitely not clear that you're making
This
the
is
contract
probably
better.
And
majors.
yeah, that's definitely
Oh
majors.
no, this is gonna be juicy if we can make takeout doubles, but we can't because
Well,
he
East
has
might,
2-2-5-4
well, East could conceivably pass and then make a takeout double of whichever major is bid. But
there.
yeah, he's making the more practical bid of two diamonds.
And now we can penalty double if they bid. If
Right.
John bids something, we can penalty double.
I think John might double to say pick a major if that's their agreement.
Or
Oh,
he
he
just
just didn't
chose
pick
hearts
one,
actually.
and now Hampson can double for sure.
And Hampson loves this hand now,
Bring out the whip.
right?
Crack.
Oh,
Oh, chicken.
maybe
Maybe
they
it's
don't.
not a penalty double.
Yeah, maybe.
I can't imagine he didn't use it
No,
if
there it
it.
is. Yeah, he didn't bring the.
Yeah, it didn't bring the wood.
But what else could double be after his partner bid their 5-card suit?
Right, it's like what? Oh, hey, do you have another 5 card suit to bid?
I mean, just checking. Yeah, this
But
is
but
weird.
maybe
Go
he feels
fish. Go fish.
maybe he feels the odds just aren't quite there given the opponents are white. Like
I mean, but these are actually really good spots to generate imps, turning like 50 or 100 into 300. Like
I bet you if East West were Joe and Brad, they would have doubled for
they
sure.
would have doubled long without thought.
Yes.
If there was a bidding box, there would have been a vapor trail on the double
They
card.
would have made a thoughtless double.
Thoughtless double.
Yeah, the
Whoa.
instantaneous.
Whoa.
They don't
Dummy
have to
come
think about this one.
Dummies come down and John is like, well, I'm glad I'm not doubled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how he sounded when he said it too. That's pretty good. I'm gonna
I
step
mean,
away for just a moment, guys.
this is a
Sure.
classic example of like they don't play penalty doubles, so North makes an aggressive balance to cover, and it was not working out on this hand. It's not like he has a great hand.
Feels like Declare should get this spade shift right. No?
Oops.
I
I
mean,
mean,
is
why would
West
he? Jeff showed no points.
Yeah, but I mean, would Jeff really insta shift to a spade from queen empty here?
That is true.
So it kind of feels like they're either both off or only the queen is off.
But that being said, did he need to play a spade at all from any spade holding?
Only this one, I think.
But I mean, if
Oh.
he never plays spades, and let's just say he plays trumps, like now Cran has to guess himself.
Yeah.
And if you don't play spades at all, you are likely to play West for the queen.
So West can rough this, give a spade rough, and still sit back for his trump trick.
I mean, this is gonna be
East West are making 3 hearts on defense.
and Hampson didn't double.
Well,
Uh-oh. Could have been expensive.
coulda, woulda, shoulda. All right. Down four.
Easy game.
Down four is the new down one.
Ouch.
You know,
Really
you
glad
know
you
you
weren't
can
doubled.
you can imagine his voice when he's like, "Guess I should have doubled," with the eyes going up.
Yes.
Who do you think the most impersonated bridge player is?
I love impersonating Mexroth, I gotta say. I can do the voice pretty
Um,
well.
That is pretty good. That's what he answered when.
I'm not a good person to ask about that.
Who's the most impersonated bridge player? Oh,
I would guess maybe Hammond also, just because he's been doing it for
oh,
so long.
I love Hammond's line that he delivered at the Long Beach Nationals like 20 years ago. He's going through the bar in the playing area, and this lady bumps into him, spills her drink, and she goes, "Oh my God!" And he says, "You can call me Bob." All
I like
right,
the.
so
Did you hear about the leaked title of his new book?
no.
I'm bad, you're worse.
All
It's pretty nice.
right, so we have a fit jump of three hearts
Yeah,
here.
and that shows
But you know he
diamonds and
believes that
hearts.
to his you know he believes that sentence like to the
Yes.
max.
Yeah, yeah,
You
Yeah.
yeah.
ask him about his bridge game and he's like,
Fucking
"Yeah, I'm
terrible.
terrible
Yeah,
comparatively to like what he was, but he's still a god to like everybody else."
yeah, totally.
He's
Okay,
still the great
so
Bob
let's see.
Hammond.
What is this three heart bid? What is
It's
this
a
three
fit
heart bid?
jump
Something
there.
happened here.
Yep, fit showing.
But Cranyak thinks it's something else.
Passed with the stiff. Like what's going on here? Is this
To mix up,
uh-oh.
or is it just he's deciding to play hearts, hoping his partner?
No, no, no. If he thought it was fit showing,
No,
he would
no, no,
not.
this has
He
to
would
be a
have been
clear
diamonds,
mix
right?
up.
Okay, yeah, or no trouble.
He thought it was a weak jump shift for sure.
Interesting, because they belong on.
So it says their card says weak jump shifts in competition unless they're a passed hand or transfers are available.
Were,
And they
were
probably
transfers
do play
available?
transfers after this one spade.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they play switch or transfers here. Switch is a common agreement over a spade overcall, though.
And for those watching, switch just means like if we bid two clubs here after a spade, we're showing constructive or better with five or more hearts, and two hearts would show clubs.
Thanks, Adam. That's awesome.
Right. It's called switch because literally you switch the meanings of the two remaining suits.
Someone says Rodwell does the best impersonations.
Yes. Oh, I've seen him do a few. He's very
I
good.
didn't. I would never guess that. I love it. I gotta
I
ask you.
have barely seen Rodwell talk.
Well, apparently he impersonates a lot of talkers, so you haven't been paying attention. Um, yeah, you're welcome for. I hope we're making some of this bridge understandable because it is. You are looking at it at the very highest level, and sometimes we do burn through some stuff. But yeah, thanks so much. And agreement with Onum, obviously.
So these two, they have a track record of missing some agreement.
Cran and Vents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last time I played against them in the trials, we had an auction. At the time, I was playing precision or something, and it went two clubs, and uh Vince bid four diamonds to show like the other minor and the other major. And anyway, they ended up playing like some stupid fit for minus 2000.
Oh man.
They have very good agreements that, if forgotten, are high variance.
Well,
So
they also change a lot too. So
yeah,
sometimes it's like,
they
which
changed
one is this
their
way we did it now, or the way we used to do it?
Yeah.
exactly.
And
The thing is,
So,
like, bridge is an evolutionary game, right? You always change your agreements to fit the temperament of everyone's style. Like, if it's an
right.
aggressive style, an aggressive environment, you change the way you bid and play. So their agreements change pretty frequently. It's fluid. It's not unusual to see like a very good pair have something like this happen because it's likely at some point or another they played something else.
yep, and
Right.
one of them's on one page, one's on the other. Sorry, on. Go
Well,
ahead. Go.
sorry. Here, their system summary form cat tells us that they do indeed play switch in this auction, a minor, a spade. It says we flip the meanings of two of the other minor and two hearts. So that would be a transfer. which based on their convention card saying weak unless transfers are available, would
This would
suggest
be
that three
a
hearts
fit
would be
jump.
fit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, you're saying, in a very diplomatic way, that Vince is right and Cran is wrong.
I'm saying in a very diplomatic way, maybe they play too much. Too much system, I mean.
I don't think there's anything diplomatic about this conversation, you guys. You're not subtle.
Yeah.
All right, let's delete this part. If you're in the control room, just
No, I
bleep out the
mean,
last 2 minutes.
Can we just talk about how Vince is grinding out
It's
oh
doing pretty
yeah.
well, right?
contract? Like north
I
south
He's gonna
are
lose,
he's gonna lose three. He's gonna go down one.
yeah, and
I
in,
I
in a
mean,
5-1.
I'm just going to say, like, of all the times that I've watched Vince and John play, I don't remember ever seeing them have a mishap like this, like a systemic forget or whatever.
Yeah, this
Uh,
thing I'm bringing up from the trials happened like pre-COVID, so it's
yeah,
been a
yeah, a long
minute.
time ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, but it makes sense though. I mean, it also shows you the capability of the best partnerships to get it wrong.
Wow.
They're not robots that are just going to have everything there forever in every situation. What happened there? Did he pitched instead of roughing there? Or are we
No,
still
he
looking at the
thinks
same trick?
he's still
Okay.
looking at the thing. If he roughs this and draws the trump,
I'm not sure that
then
would be
it's
this.
making. If he roughs this and plays a spade,
He
then
has a
it's
spade
down.
finesse.
What? Wait, why is it down? Doesn't the seven
Oh,
power
He
the
has
out
a
the ace?
he has a
seven. The
spade finesse.
seven's a
Yeah,
thing.
he
Yeah,
has a
the
spade finesse for the
seven.
8.
Didn't even see
That's
it.
sick.
Not going down?
It'd be pretty amazing. But aren't they going to play game at the other table on these cards,
No.
or try to?
No.
They weren't
And
able
he,
to.
and Jeff doesn't have any way to give to promote the jack. He's
Let's
just
see
stuck in
where's
his
the move.
hand.
This is why what you were talking about earlier on them.
Hmm.
When you play at the club, sometimes I mean, there's way more mistakes. Obviously, uh, sometimes
Yeah,
it
you
creates an
grind it out.
interesting
You
play
see,
problem. Yeah, you don't give
the
up.
play problem is
But
legit.
Yep.
this is actually interesting. So say that Greco plays a trump here. Dummy is a little squeezed. Um,
Because he
he,
can't pitch a
They,
spade.
right?
yeah.
And
He has to pitch a diamond.
Can he pitch a
Because he has
diamond? Okay.
so,
he has the club
so
entries.
all right, if he pitches a diamond, then West is in played. But if he pitches a club, then West
Yeah,
can get out of the club and East can just play small.
this is, let's see if everyone puts their best foot forward. Oh,
Oh,
there's the
nope.
queen.
So he just has to win this and play a trump.
Yep. Does he know
Oh,
that
actually, no. He could just play other things and let them take their trump
he
separately.
can play a
He
diamond right now?
play a trump and make 4 or 3. No, no, 3. Sorry.
Oh, good. He got it. Yeah, he still has to lose a spade.
This would be the
All
best
right.
win 6 ever.
Oh my God. Vinny D, there we are. This is why they had a disaster and they're still going plus on a hand they weren't making game.
Yep. And
There you go.
this is a good lesson for anybody watching out there that is an advancing player. I mean, all of us are advancing
Never give
players, I
up.
guess. But no, you also don't tilt when the dummy comes down. Like when you see
Hampson
like a
is
bad dummy, make the best of it. Do the best you can.
But
Hampson
were
is
they
probably
making game?
supposed.
They had what, 4 diamonds? I mean, I guess they were making game, to be honest.
They'd had to get clubs right, probably, right? Or no, maybe not even.
Yeah, I think they have to get clubs right.
They're gonna lead a
So
low
good
spade.
job, Vance. Plus
Right,
140.
but then you would just make it would be normal to finesse the club through East to keep them from being able to lead a spade back through you.
Yeah, we're watching Bobby and Steve bid it now at the other table. I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
So 2 boards left. This is the penultimate board, folks. Got it in this time. Forgot it last broadcast. If you're liking this, say hi. Say whatever you want. Ask questions. Make comments. Talk about. Well, we've covered a lot today. Math, geography, grammar, dogs. weather, I believe.
And more geography.
Yes.
And the postal code system of Canada.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. Did forget about that. However, I have mailed several things to Canada, so I've probably seen their postal code at some point. The other match looks like 52 and some change is the margin for Fleischer, but again, we had that margin in this match, or sorry, whatever. Yeah, no, it was this match. We had that margin in this match earlier, and you see what happened. Tightness.
Yeah, I just can't see how Declare would go down in 3-0. Like they'll just finesse the club through East, and if that
Yeah.
loses, then they can lead a hard up.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that Tuno Trump limit raise. Normally 4 spades, but you can't blame him for only having 3 here with the rest of the shape in that hand.
But then again, instead of losing 700 points, they'll lose 500 and change.
Right. I mean, it really shows his mettle. Metal.
Are you suggesting topics for future broadcasts? Because I see favorite recipes, cricket, and best nation for chocolate. I mean,
Ooh.
Belgium.
He's trying to incite violence. Best
Yep.
nation for chocolate? Come on. Why
Waffles.
we can't talk about that.
Belgium's pretty good.
Oh my God. See, it's starting already.
And Craniac jumping to 5 diamonds here.
Chocolate covered crickets are a delicacy.
High in protein. There you go.
I see. I think this is. I appreciate these bids to the degree that they keep getting made in these events. Is just like, hey, I'm probably willing at some point to get this going at some point. So let's really get it going. Let's have them make a very difficult choice if they have to have one. But do you think it's too much, or do you think it's?
I think he has 2.5 defensive tricks, and the opponents haven't bid game yet. I mean, and he has the wrong number of spades. I don't know.
He's actually sitting behind the club, which
I feel like he's tilting.
This might be a steam bid. They just missed a game, so he bid a game.
Yeah. He got
actually, at the other table, they have found themselves in 4-0, not 3-0. So I'm not sure how straightforward this one is to play.
That one is much different.
You want to sweat?
It's
drink.
What
do you think? Do you want to keep watching? Well, let's see what happens on this auction.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe we'll dip into 4-0 at the other table if
I feel like Greco should be doubling. I mean, he has 1 spade. Like, he doesn't have as many spades as he's supposed to have. That's good for defense. And he has like 2 side kings for defensive prospect.
And 5 diamonds looks like it's going to go down 3. 2 or 3.
2 spades, 2 hearts.
If they can pitch a club on a heart, they can probably.
Yeah, well, clubs are frozen for the defense. So,
so
like if West leads a club, they can put in the 9 and avoid any club loses.
Mm-hmm. And they have time to kind of pitch the low club on the heart too. What's he gonna do though? Hey, passes it out. Survived.
Well, that's one of the upshots of bidding like this is like.
That's all I'm saying with that bid. It's just like you kind of you have that already fog of war, and they make it even harder by making you're pushed to the exact line. The problem is when you get the line wrong, it's really bad.
Yes.
Haroon and Harris, hello. Welcome to the live broadcast. 1.5 boards left. Yes, for those that are wondering what a frozen suit is, it means that if one side leads it first, it's worse for their side, basically. If you think about it, king third opposite queen third. If you're a declarer, you don't necessarily want to be leading that suit. you would much prefer one of the opponents break it first, and then you have your way with it.
Another way to think of it is a frozen suit is a suit that whichever side leads first is going to cost their side a trick.
Yeah. I think that's what I just said, but
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
it's okay.
sorry. Grammar is hard.
So is hearing.
Sorry,
Listening. Hearing is fine.
sorry. What? What? Sorry.
That's my favorite
Um,
white men can't jump dialogue there. You can't hear Jimmy.
uh,
So 52 now margin in Fleischer. Again, four
Okay.
more sets tomorrow. So yeah, there's
well, will Lincoln guess the clubs for declare?
and that means they're on path to make it. They're gonna
Yeah,
take three more diamonds,
West is
8,
going to get in
the 10
played
of
to
clubs, and yeah, he's just gonna put one of those spade honors on the table.
yeah.
So it looks like that will be a very tasty swing for nickel on this one.
10 imps. For sure.
Yep. The mistake of playing three hearts, even though Vince had a heroic effort to make that. The other pair's going to go plus 630, unfortunately, for
I mean,
the
this
Rosenthal team.
five diamond bid, I'm not sure. If it's a steam bid, it's a good example of why you can't let one board affect your next board.
Yeah.
Oh,
East
for
West
sure.
weren't making any game.
We're very
And
lucky
you
not to be
have
doubled.
basically a balanced hand. Your partner made a non-forcing simple raise.
Which is just
Like
way wide
even
range.
if Cran was right and like Vince didn't have anything in spades, spades are likely 2-2. And like, where are your tricks?
Ooh, that's a good question. Do the other players on the teams watch the boards, or do they just relax? I can tell you that watching the boards is not relaxing. That is for sure. But
No,
I don't like to watch. But
The whole point on playing six-handed is so no one gets tired. And as you can see, we're not wasting away watching, right? We're thinking, we're using our brains. They don't want to do that. The
also like
USBF actually has a masseuse that comes to the Hyatt in case
I
people want to book massages. And
I
like
took
that's
advantage.
how people are spending their off time.
Yeah.
They're eating, they're getting a massage, they're going to the gym, they're chilling in their room. They're not watching bridge.
And it's torturous to
right.
watch, I think.
Also,
Their own
like
team.
what's the upshot of watching? Like, okay, you watch and your teammates do well, great. You'd have found out and been as happy as you would have been at the comparison. But if they do poorly, you're just going to be stressed out when you're supposed to be
And
unwinding.
you're gonna ruin their comparison. Also,
Yeah.
it's like special to not watch, not know the score, and then compare with your team.
Or just get a
I
text
don't
and just say, hey,
Not only
we
do
won
I
tonight.
not watch the boards, I do not look at the score, but I'm extreme.
Yeah.
I
I
want to go
have
compare with my team.
I have to say, like when I was finishing the sets, like during this trial, I would finish. I'd open the scores just to see how it's going. Like I always finished ahead of my teammates.
Well, yeah,
But
honestly,
but I left
go.
the remaining boards and I referred to those as the surprise.
So
And
you
I
don't look.
mean, I look for like the boards our team has already completed for that match.
And now
For
you know
that
what your side of the what you might expect for those. And yeah.
Right. And then like so like in the second segment of our match against Robinson, the surprise came through. Like we finished, our teammates had five boards to go, and we picked up like 10 imps on the set. And when we went to compare, we'd actually picked up 59 on the set.
Wow. So
Yeah, like
on them, I have a message for you. I have Haroon and Harris, and they
Okay.
just wanted to say hello to you. And they said it's your teammate from China 2008.
oh wow.
China 2008.
China 2008. It's your teammate. She
Wow, I
he
played
or
in
she is
Pakistan.
betting you'll guess it right. So maybe I can bet against you getting it wrong.
I know all my teammates from China 2008. I played with uh a girl named Dosti, and we had a couple guys on the team. Arsalan and Kurum and I know them.
Okay.
Hello.
So
Hi
someone
guys.
someone is
Been a
saying hi.
minute.
I don't know. They're being coy with who exactly they are, but
Well, I remember you. Cheers.
so a kind of a pedestrian auction after the last one we saw, just playing two hearts.
Well, it's time to settle down, it seems. Oh,
Yeah, especially when you feel like you might have gotten away with a little bit of a
murder.
yeah, a little bit of a shove there. There were six team members. Yeah, that's usually how you roll in a big event. Uh, what did happen on this hand? It went a diamond by West. Oh, sorry, Vince hands it. We'll call it no trump. There it is. And then just you are very welcome. Thank you for watching the broadcast. We'll be back for an even more exciting day tomorrow because that's the day we figure out who plays the finals. And then
Yes.
and then we have that kind of day in the middle where it's like, yeah, it's amazing, but let's get to that last day also already. And then Onum comes here and does it all over again. The mixed trials is next. Then after that, the is it seniors and then women's or women's and then seniors, or they run them
Seniors
both?
and women's are almost concurrent, maybe
Okay.
off by a day. Like the women's event is shorter, so
And they still need a little bit of room for it, but my goodness. It's funny how you guys all know, all the teams here know this hotel in this area well. You know, like, hey, this place has the good salmon, this place has this and that. It's like, because you guys have made this pilgrimage here every year for the last however many times to see who plays the World Championships. And only one will survive this time, Highlander style.
Hmm.
There can be only one.
Next year it'll be two.
Yep. And then next year, you guys just partner up with anybody the heck you want and go to a World Championship. Where is that one? Do you guys know?
it's
Not
not
sure.
not listed yet.
Oh, okay. Got it. Where's
But
the.
even the Mind Games later this year has a transnational, so you do not have to stick to the zonals.
You mean in Buenos Aires?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a shorter event. There's a 5-day transnational,
That's
2-day
super
BAM
cool.
also.
Yeah. So anybody that wants to play really good bridge or watch it or be around it or play really bad bridge around really good bridge players, that's the place to be. And maybe we'll all be there. What do you think about that?
It's possible.
Owen, are you playing the mixed or the? Are you playing the
When
women's
is
by
it?
any chance?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, as of now, there are no rules to identify one way or another and then reversing your decision. You can appeal yourself.
All right. Well, that's definitely opened up a lot of avenues for me now that I actually.
Make a few phone calls. So the
Oh
senior
yeah.
is the May 19th to the 26th, and the women is the 23rd to the 26th. That actually works out quite well, too, for any senior women that might want to also play the women and don't make it too far in the senior. Works out.
Hmm.
Um, I got to tell you guys, I haven't paid attention in the last about 10 minutes of bridge, so it doesn't seem like anything exciting is going on, and it's
I mean, I'm pretty sure we stopped talking about Bridge a minute ago. To be honest, though, I just took a sidebar. I have been cheating on you guys.
what?
Um, I'm doing this thing on my phone. It's called Cubids. All of the people at home, I highly
Oh,
recommend this. It's an app developed by a Swedish bridge player. You get to bid with your partner or a robot, and you get to see what very good players, and acclaimed players did with the same hands that you have.
yeah.
So you get to see different styles, different systems. You get to practice against all these people just bidding. no play. So I think it's really fun. They have like these daily competitions and weekly competitions if you guys want to get in on this
I
action.
mean, as far as I know, like almost all the top pairs are using it.
I know, and I
All the
just
top
actually
pairs
talked
under
to the
50 for
creator of
sure.
this the other
Yeah.
day. So I'm gonna put it into the chat of both of these. It's an app, and it is really
Highly
you
recommended.
see these guys with these relay auctions and this sort of stuff with all their system, and they're doing all this stuff. Well, they practice it through programs like this, and this is an especially effective one where you can bid a bunch of hands, you can constrain a bunch of hands, you can just grind through a bunch of stuff there.
I think since
Great
like
call.
December of this year, I've bid like over 3,000 hands with this Dutch kid.
Wow.
And I've learned Dutch Doubleton as a consequence of this. So I'm learning all these new things, guys.
Well, very nice. Well, that's a really great way to end it. And yeah, Qbids is amazing. And honestly, thank anybody for developing good bridge apps because we need more of this sort of stuff. And this is certainly a
Yes.
great one to
But
mention.
then-
And Owen, thank you. Onum, thank you so much. And I guess we'll leave it there. This got a little bit bigger for Nickel at the end. They're up 24. But
These two,
obviously
they
anything
ended
happened.
really poorly with like the game and the random five diamond contract and
Yeah, exactly. So we will live to fight another day, though. None of these teams are out. They're playing again tomorrow, and 60 boards left to see who goes to the finals. And I may see one, both, or neither of you, but I hope to see you guys again soon before the end of it. And if not, I will at least see Onum next week live. And Owen, I will. I'm guessing I'll see you again at some point.
Probably, yes.
All right, guys.
this
Thank
is
you
a
so
very
much.
dramatic exit. Good night.